it's Trini here. How are you all? Welcome to my channel. So I have completed my Easter journal and I wanted to do a little flip through just to show you how it all turned out and how I ended up doing all the inside. So first of all, I just wanted to show you the two little bunny charms that I ended up putting on the little tails. So I will link the previous videos to the creation of this journal. So I've got one video where I've done the cover and then I've selected the pages and we've put pockets in, and then I've shown you sort of how I've sewn in the signature. So I've got a playlist, I'll put that in as well in case you want to catch up on all the videos. So I've got the journal surrounded by this lovely green twine. So we'll just unwrap that. So I've got this lovely vintage linen that I've picked up in my thrifting adventures, which I thought the colours went very nicely, all spring, and even though Southern Hemisphere we are autumn here, but I thought it would suit the Easter themes. So we'll just open up. This is the inside cover. So I've got this little pocket that or side tuck that I've put on the inside front cover, and I've got this postcard here. I've got a video showing how I created these. These are just done with serviettes, and on the back we've got the stamped postcard and the little faux postage stamps. I've created this little journaling spot, so you can open that up. You can write on these pages here if you like, or you could put a bit of book page down, and that's what I've done on the back as well. I've put a little bit of book page down. So the kits that I've used are Roxy Creations. She's got some Easter kits in her Etsy shop, so you can have a look, and she's got lots to choose from. They're all beautiful. I couldn't tell you exactly which one. I think she names them kit 1, kit 2, that sort of thing. But I also downloaded a couple of her ephemera kits, and there's also a kit in here from Twisted Paper Studio. I think I did her journaling cards and all her postage stamps as well. So I chose the front cover of the signature to have autumn themes. Being Southern Hemisphere, it's autumn at the moment. So we've got a pocket here on the inside, and we've got these two lovely little postcards which are journaling spots backed onto some handmade paper. I didn't make the paper, I bought the paper. We've got one of the documents here. I've printed my digital kit on copy paper, but I've got a laser printer, and I print my decorative pages double-sided, and I flip on the short side. So I've got a tuck here, another postage stamp that's been backed on some handmade paper. Did some stamping here. This is some tea-dyed paper here, and a corner tuck where I did some stenciling with some distress ink, and then I've used one of the fussy cuts from Rachel's kits, and then I've made this little tag here. I did a masterboard video where I've shown how I've done these masterboard tags, and then I've put a little pocket here and put a little journaling card, and then I've just done some stamping on the background. And this is a vintage hot cross bun recipe that I happened to find when I was going through some recipes the other day, and somewhere I did see that's a new idea, 18th of April 1981. So I just kept that so that we could just see a bit of history there, and maybe one day I'll get around to actually trying that recipe. And here's a lovely little postcard as well with some swatching that I did on some of the leftover rag paper. We've got some straw paper here. Yep, so we've got straw paper here, another one of the digital kits with this beautiful bunny. Some more tea-dyed paper, another corner tuck that I decorate. Now I put some gesso on the book pages, and then I just decorated it with some fussy cuts, and then I've got some more postcard here backed with the handmade paper, and this is another one of the tags from the master board tags that I created. We've got a fabric flip. I've got a video on how I did those fabric flips as well, with this beautiful stamped vintage bunny here. Okay, so this is the rag paper. So I've been purchasing a lot of things over many years from Rachel's Etsy shop, all the way from Italy. So if you don't know who Roxy Creations is, it's Rachel. Well, she's an Australian who lives in Italy, and she's got the most gorgeous digital kits. She sells fabric as well, but she also sells beautiful ephemera packs and paper packs. So there's a journal card there and another postcard. So these are a couple of the masterboard tags. Creating masterboard tags is such a quick and amazing way to sort of create a lot of tags that you need for your journals. So I turned the rag paper up to make this little pocket, and then I've decorated it with some Amity Bloom washi tape. This is another page here, and I've got a corner tuck which I created out of book page, and I've gessoed, and then I've just put some fussy cuts. This is just a little cutout from the kit. It's a fabric doily that Rachel's obviously scanned, and then this is another one of the masterboard tags. Makes a cute little tuck to put up there. This is one of those Tim Holtz pockets that I've die cut out with the slits in there, and I think that they're a lot of fun just to put these like little tiny little tags in here. So these are just some faux postage stamps, but they're all Easter themed. This is some French ledger script paper. This paper I believe I got from Witchcraft Do You Do. One of her doily pages that I've double-sided, and then I've got a little bunny stamp there. This is my tea-dyed paper. Actually, this paper here is where I used alternative ways to dye the paper. So this is actually using blueberry, and then I've put a fussy cut in the bottom corner there, and then this is the middle spread. So I do have a video. I've got a couple of videos actually on my tea dyeing process if you would like to see that, and I've put a couple of fussy cuts here as well. So this is a belly band. A lot of these I have made in previous videos, so I will link all of the videos below in the description. So if there's anything you're interested in, you can see the process video for it. So this is a document from the kit, and I've just put it on one of those fly pages from a book, and it's just a lovely little bit of journaling spot with plenty of space there to write. This is the other side of the French ledger paper. Some more of the beautiful digital kit, beautiful nostalgic Easter themes. I had some paper, so this is the other side of that rag paper that I folded up with into the pocket with a bit of washi tape. One of the Easter bunnies that I've stamped, and then I just had some leftover journal paper, and I just created a bit of a journaling space for that, and I've just put that little Easter bunny or bunny image there, which I thought looked very, very sweet. This journal will be for myself. Another little postcard that I've just decorated with a bit of washi on the side, and just got this little pocket down here. So I'll probably use this journal just to, write some Easter stories down. I might do some Easter recipes, just a few reflections over Easter. So a couple more of the masterboard tags with their little tag toppers. And then this is another book page corner pocket that I've gessoed and decorated with a stencil and some distress ink. That's a Harlequin pattern and just put some fussy cuts in there, and then I've got these tags just poking out like so. There's the other side of the tea dye paper with some more Easter bunny or bunny stamping. Another one of the digital pages there with this lovely little lamb, and one of the pockets, and some more tags there, and a postcard. This is just a little small journaling card that I've just used a paper clip to clip to the side here, and that's some straw paper there. And then on this side, some more small journaling cards, and this is just some leftover swatching that I did on the leftover rag paper. And I created this little flip out here. That's just how I use some of the digital paper. And then I've put this little tab here, and then a little strip of washi tape. And then you turn it over, and I've got this beautiful linen printed on double side, and this Happy Easter across the top here, and some more of that lovely digital paper. And this is the very back of the signature, so we've got a corner pocket, and I've just put a little fussy cut here, and this is a masterboard tag here that I've just put some fussy cut images down. And then on the very back I've got this scrappy notebook and just a little postcard that's upside down, and then just this little postcard image here on some handmade paper. And this is something that I've just been playing with. It's a little index or Rolodex sort of folder, and I've actually used distress paint, and then I've just done some stamping and decorated the front. It's got one of those slides there, and in it I have tucked in just a few leftover things from that I didn't pop into the journal. So just little mini tags and more stamped images and just a few of the mini journal cards. And that way when I use the journal, I've got some spare bits of ephemera that I can use as I journal. So there's my completed Easter journal. I did have a lot of fun making this, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's given you some inspiration to give something like this a try for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.